Good afternoon. My name is Hilario Dominguez, organizer with the Chicago Teachers Union. We are here at the request of Alderman Byron Lopez, Pilsen residents, educators who are coming together today to speak on a traumatic event and a travesty that really occurred in our city under the attacks by President Trump and ICE. I'm going to MC our event, and so I'll start off by calling up our Alderman Byron Lopez to give us a little bit about what happened today and to tell us about what's happening in the community. Alderman, thank you.
Thank you. Buenas tardes, good afternoon. Thank you everybody for coming. I want to thank especially all our teachers, educators, parents, and our Board of Education members. I think it's very important in this moment that we all together protecting our children, our future, our students. This morning, after we had a horrific day yesterday with ICE terrorizing our community, as we were just processing the horrible days that we have been living, especially yesterday, we found ourselves again in Little Village. We found ourselves again with ICE agents, masked, without warrants, without identifications, coming and terrorizing people in the discount mall. The security guard blocked their entrance, did not allow because they did not have a judicial warrant. They arrested the security guard in a violent way, and they also used tear gas. And I want to remind these agents once again, the federal judges have already ruled that they cannot be arresting people without warrants, and they should never be using tear gas or weapons of war on civilians as they did today around 10:30 a.m. this morning. There were some people who were protesting the atrocities when we saw the guard being arrested. And then some young people were harassed, they were attacked, and one of them was beat up. My office was witness of that. One of the kids had blood in his face. Another student was arrested. And we found out later that a student was actually from Benito Juarez. It is outrageous that ICE agents are terrorizing minors, children, that were protesting the outrageous attack on our neighbors, on our communities. That's what happened. There was another unrelated incident. So I want to be clear. The arrest did not happen here near the school. There was another worker that was going to work in a nearby business that was arrested on 21st and Paulina. That has been confirmed. So I want to make sure that people are clear, because we're doing everything we can. I'm thankful for the teachers, from the educators, from the elected officials who have passed multiple resolutions and executive orders prohibiting child endangerment. There will be a federal delegation coming tomorrow to witness what's happening in Chicago and the atrocities and crimes that are committed by ICE that are terrorizing schools. We have right now, as we speak, another school in Little Village on lockdown because these terrorists and mercenaries are around the schools. But I want to be clear, the arrest did not happen in Benito Juarez property or near White School. These students were detained. One of them was beat up and released, when another one was just released because they were protesting, using their First Amendment rights to protesting the atrocities that we saw in the discount mall at 27 and Whipple. So I want to be clear, that's what we saw. Someone asking for a warrant and being arrested, and I'm thankful for everybody in Little Village who did not allow them to come without a warrant. That's what our Constitution says. That's what the judge just said and ratified. These people don't care about the law, and this is a dangerous situation for children, and that's why we're here today, to make sure that we protect all children. All children are all ours. And what we told Bobino today, and we told Trump, and we tell him again, you come for children, you're gonna have to come through us first. Right. You come for children, you come through us. That's right. And that's why we're out there, exposed to tear gas or whatever we need to do, because all children are going to be protected. And if we see any danger among them, we are going to put ourselves on the line to protect these children and their families. And we demand the immediate release of everyone who was arrested illegally. This is an illegal occupation. This is an illegal enforcement because they are U.S. citizens. So this is not even about immigration. This is about crushing dissent and have terrorists coming and attacking our neighbors because of how we look like, because of our skin color. That's what they're doing. So these kids, and I understand, both of them have been released. We're going to demand the release of the security guard as well because he did nothing wrong but protecting their community because there was no warrant. And that's why we're here today, enforcing and demanding that we do everything we can to protect our children. They are at risk. When we see two minors, one of them beat up, one of them arrested, we gotta call for action. I'm glad that we're gonna have a federal delegation in the coming days to document what's happening because they don't care about the courts. But we ask and urge every elected official to come out and protect our children. That's our future. We will not fail them. We will not look the other way. We will fight for them everywhere, in every corner of the city. And I'm grateful for the group who are here fighting the fight to protect our city and our children. Brevemente en español, quiero aclarar lo que pasó el día de hoy. Y este es un llamado a la acción. Lo que vimos el día de hoy es atroz. Nos estamos recuperando de una acción realmente vergonzosa el día de ayer, donde arrestaron a 8 miembros de la comunidad de La Villita y Cicero. De hecho, los 8 fueron liberados. Nunca debieran haber sido arrestados. El día de hoy agradezco la integridad y la valentía de la gente en La Villita, incluyendo los estudiantes, porque hay que reconocer su valentía, que estuvieron protestando estas atrocidades. Esto es un llamado a la acción. Vimos un miembro de la seguridad de un negocio que no permitió la entrada al estacionamiento, y eso es lo que provocó el uso de la fuerza, porque no tenían una orden judicial. Terminaron arrestando al seguridad, terminaron atacando a 2 estudiantes, incluyendo a uno que lo golpearon y tenía sangre en la cara, y otro estudiante que fue detenido, pero ya ambos han sido liberados. Es atroz, es vergonzoso que nuestros estudiantes y nuestros menores de edad sean también blanco de estos criminales, porque lo que vemos en nuestra ley de Illinois es que poner a miembros a menores de edad en riesgo es un crimen aquí en el estado de Illinois. Y debemos nosotros proteger a nuestros menores de edad, a nuestros estudiantes. Por eso estamos aquí. Hubo otro lamentable arresto cerca de aquí, no relacionado, que fue en la 21 y la Paulina, donde arrestaron a un trabajador que estaba llegando a su trabajo. Son incidentes que no están relacionados. Aquí en Illinois y en Chicago vamos a proteger a nuestros estudiantes, a nuestros menores de edad, y hay algunas resoluciones prohibiendo poner menores de edad en riesgo, incluyendo órdenes del juez federal, los cuales esta gente no hace caso, y por eso estamos aquí. Y les decimos claramente, los dijimos a este criminal y a este mercenario bovino, lo dijimos hoy en su cara: él no puede seguir atacando nuestra ciudad y desacatando las órdenes del juez. Si quiere venir su jefe, el dictador o él, contra nuestros estudiantes, va a tener que pasar por sobre nosotros. Vamos a proteger a todos nuestros estudiantes. Agradezco a todos estar aquí, y vamos también a trabajar para estar en el estado la próxima semana para tener los fondos que necesitamos para poder protegerlos. Así que muchas gracias por estar aquí. Agradezco el coraje de todos quienes están en pie de lucha en contra del terrorismo y las atrocidades contra nuestra ciudad y nuestros estudiantes más que todo. Muchísimas gracias, y estamos en pie de lucha. Muchas gracias.
Thank you, Alderman. Muchas gracias, concejal. And thank you for bringing us all together today to address what happened. We have a myriad of elected officials here and board members, and so we're going to bring up next Board Member Yesenia Lopez, who's one of the board members that left a meeting to come here because she knew it was an emergency to address what's going on. So Board Member Lopez, please.
Thank you. As it was mentioned, I am Yesenia Lopez. I have the honor of representing District 7B here in the southwest side of the city of Chicago. Also, as an alumni of Benito Juarez, I am heartbroken and outraged of what happened this morning because it's devastating. It's a new low. Going after children. These were children that is just beyond acceptable. We cannot say this was public safety. How can you held and beat up children like that? So that's not what we stand for, and we're going to continue fighting. We're going to continue to be here with our educators, our teachers, our labor partners to continue fighting for our students. We know that they are the safest place for them as being at the school, but what does that matter if they cannot even make it to the school? So we got to work together on how do we continue with safe passage and doing the mobile school buses for these families. Hola, mi nombre es Yesenia López. Yo tengo el honor de representar al Distrito 7B en el suroeste. Estoy aquí porque estoy enojada, estoy de lo que pasó esta mañana cuando detenieron fueron pequeños, esos estudiantes pequeños que detenieron y también pusieron violencia contra ellos. Eso no es aceptable. Estamos aquí porque vamos a seguir trabajando y demandando que haya respeto a nuestra comunidad, que las escuelas sigan siendo seguras, pero también el camino hacia la escuela cuando vayan los estudiantes que sean un lado seguro. Gracias por su tiempo.
Thank you, Board Member Lopez, and thank you for bringing up the importance of equitable learning, especially in a moment like now when our students are facing danger just traveling to and from school. So next up, I want to bring up the chair of the Latino Caucus of the City Council, Alderman Andre Vasquez.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Alderperson Andre Vasquez, Chair of the Committee on Immigrant and Refugee Rights, Chair of the Latino Caucus, and Co-Chair of the Progressive Caucus. We are tired. We are absolutely tired. Not just physically, but we're drained. It's been weeks of this kind of activity, and here's what we know. All of it is criminal and illegal. Right. It is a federal government being weaponized against its own people. It is the same government that's been stripping education so people don't know their own history. It's the same one targeting trans folks. It's the same one targeting anybody of color, anyone who can be made into the other. And there's only one reason for it. It's to cause division and to weaken what this union is. It is about small men with big pockets looking to maintain power. But they're not going to be successful. What they're actually doing is bringing all of us together. I never thought I'd see so many people out here wearing whistles, doing rapid response, doing school patrol, making sure we're in communication. You got neighbors that probably didn't even like each other, but they're all working together now.
That's right.
Why? Because we understand what's important first. The fact that we are neighbors. That's what this country and nation are about. So we got ICE here. We also got a whole bunch of ICE breakers. Anytime they want to get something working, you're going to see people behind them, letting people know where they are and making sure our vulnerable populations are nowhere near them. They are targeting children. It is unconscionable. They are taking people who are just working, day laborers, fixing houses, landscapers. These aren't your criminals. This isn't what's making the city less safe. Chicago is amazing. It is the best city in the country. It is the one showing the most American values right now in this moment because we don't tolerate tyrants. We're going to continue to stand up. We're going to continue fighting. And we're going to do it legally. We're going to express and exercise our First Amendment rights. We are going to make sure our people are protected. We're going to bring mutual aid when people are scared to leave their houses to get groceries or medication. And we're going to continue training people. So I want to thank everyone who's here, everybody here, elected or not, for all the work that we're doing and we're going to continue to do. We ain't going nowhere.
That's right. That's right.
We keep us safe, and you're making us prove it every single day. It's going to grow, and we're going to be here when you guys are gone. We're going to take you out electorally. We're going to have people who represent this nation, not the billionaires, not the people who are collecting money while everybody else suffers. So, congratulations. Now you're messing with us.
That's right.
Welcome to Chicago.
Aquí estamos y no nos vamos.
Aquí estamos y no nos vamos. Aquí estamos y no nos vamos. This next speaker, not only is she a board member, but she's an organizer, a pastor, someone who has been fighting for immigrant rights for decades, someone who actually fought for the making of this school. I'm honored to bring up pastor, organizer, and board member, Dr. Emma Lozano.
Yes. Buenas tardes. Corrección. Horribles tardes. Estamos en una crisis en este momento porque el presidente de esta nación, de este país, está causando pues terror en nuestras comunidades. Estamos como bajo violencia doméstica con un presidente que debe de estar representándonos. We are now in a moment of crisis. It is a 911 emergency. We have students, we have security guards, all being attacked by ICE. This is Benito Juarez High School. 2 or more students, we don't know, have been attacked by ICE. Born in the United States. This has absolutely nothing to do with citizenship or patriotism. This has everything to do with white supremacy.
Yes.
We have a president that wants to make America white again. And it's never going to be like that. Never. Because it has changed and we have fought too long to see them just turn the pages backwards. We have too many victories. We want to move forward, not backwards. So I'm here today as Emma Lozano, and I'm not speaking as a board member. I'm speaking to you as Pastor Emma Lozano. This is absolutely unacceptable. This is terrorism. And we need to band together to stop it. They are violating all the laws. When I say they, I mean ICE. There's no due process. We have U.S. citizens being picked up. We have minors being picked up. So this is absolutely wrong. We need our elected officials, our authorities, our mayor, our governor to arrest these people that are doing and terrorizing our community. ICE agents need to be arrested for what they've done. They need to pay the price. If you or me did anything like this, we would go to jail. I want to see them in court. I want to see them arrested. I want to see ICE pay for what they did to our students today in our community. Yo quiero ver que a ICE, estos agentes, que los lleven a la corte, que las autoridades les ponen cargos porque han violado la ley y nos han atacado. Estamos en una relación de violencia doméstica con un presidente que vive como en el pasado, antes del Confederate fight or whatever. Yo digo que es momento que nos unimos y ya dimos basta con esto. Gracias.
Yes.
Gracias, Pastora. Thank you, Pastor, Organizer Lozano, and not the doctor. That was a mistake on my part. I want to acknowledge from the mayor's office, Deputy Mayor Ponce de Leon is here. Thank you so much for all of the work that you are doing and support that you are giving our communities. This moment, as pastor, as the aldermen, as the board members have said, is calling for every Chicagoan to step up, to be an organizer. It's not enough to just be a Chicagoan. And this next speaker, not only is she an educator, she's a leader, an organizer, someone who is stepping up in this moment to protect families and students. I'd like to bring up Liz Winfield, CTU member and teacher here at Juarez.
My name is Liz Winfield and I teach at Juarez High School. This morning at 7:45 in my homeroom class, I marked a junior student absent. Not because that student was sick, not because the student overslept or the bus was late. It was because ICE had snatched him up on his way to school. This is a student who was an active member of our school community. He recently shared with me his goal for Q1. It was to focus on his English class and to make sure that he got a good grade in it. When I asked him how I could support his goal, he said, "Just remind me every week to do my reading, miss." And that's what we did for the last month or so. Amid chaotic reports of ICE abducting citizens and non-citizens alike, going into workplaces and terrorizing our communities, and while all of this unfolds in the world around this student, his main priority was getting that reading done for his English class. I stand here as a teacher of 27 years in this community, and I am so angry and frustrated that these students have to add this worry to their school day. They should be worrying about college acceptance, or if their friends saved them a seat at Dunkin' Donuts, or if they're gonna get a date for that school dance. It is outrageous and unacceptable that they should worry about being taken by ICE agents on their way to school in the morning. It is unacceptable that students are having their education interrupted by racist policies and thugs masquerading as law enforcement. I will continue to protect and defend my students, as all of the teachers here behind me will. But what we need most is for these attacks to stop. The collective impact of the trauma this junior experienced ripples through our school community. While it did not happen on school grounds, it makes no difference. Students share photos, students share text, they talk, they know what's going on. It impacts their lives, filling them with stress, and it makes my job harder, it makes all of the educators behind me, it makes their jobs harder to teach, and it makes learning nearly impossible. ICE near our schools is not acceptable. ICE abducting minors is not acceptable. ICE out of Chicago.
Fuera ICE! Fuera ICE! Fuera ICE! Thank you so much for your words and your courage in this moment, Liz. I also would be remiss if I didn't shout out the support from the Principals Association. As you can see, labor is united in this moment, as well as alders, educators, organizers. And this next speaker is an alderman that has been on the front lines in his neighborhood. Had a traumatic day yesterday, and yet still waking up every day to be on the front line. So I'd like to bring up Alderman, the 22nd Ward, Mike Rodriguez.
Yes.
We've had a reign of terror on our streets over the last 2 days. From Cicero to Little Village to here in Pilsen, our brothers and sisters in these communities are on the defense, when for years we've been unified. We keep ourselves safe. Across the country, crime is down about 20%. In the city of Chicago, about 30%. And in my community, Little Village, it's down almost 70%. But Donald Trump and his cronies want to make you think that they're coming to try and make us safe. But what they're doing is they're arresting elected individuals who are citizens. They're arresting tamale vendors, and they're arresting 16-year-olds who go to our public schools. That's not bringing public safety to our streets. That's bringing violence to our streets. That's what Donald Trump and Greg Bovino bring to our streets, is violence. And we say, ya basta, no more. I'm very proud to stand here with my brothers and sisters in Pilsen. I know that they're working very hard here in Pilsen Rapid Response. I'm here representing the Little Village Rapid Response. I know our brothers and sisters in the Cicero and Berwyn Rapid Response, day after day, are working on this issue. But the fact is, over the last 2 days, we've had at least 10 people taken from us. At least 5 of them U.S. citizens. 1 of them an elected official. That's not right. I've lived in Little Village all my life, 47 years. I've never felt this unsafe. And that's not because of the people in my community. That's because of the Gestapo that's on our streets right now, every day. I just got one message for Donald Trump and Greg Bovino. Get the hell out of our neighborhoods. Get out. Brevemente español, mi nombre es Mike Rodríguez, soy concejal del Distrito 22. En Cicero, Berwyn, en La Villita y aquí en Pilsen, en estos días han arrestado ha detenido, secuestrado a 10 personas o más. Y la mayoría ciudadanos americanos. Y en nuestra comunidad hemos visto que nosotros nos cuidamos nosotros solos. Y de que llegan las patrullas de Donald Trump y Greg Bovino que nos hacen menos seguros. Yo me siento como residente de La Villita toda mi vida menos seguro de toda mi vida hoy en estos días. Y nomás tengo un mensaje a Donald Trump y a Greg Bovino que ya basta, ya fuera de nuestra comunidad. Gracias.
right, now Alderman Barrio Lopez will take any question and answer.
Can you
¿Hablaron ya con los muchachos? ¿Saben cómo están emocionalmente y físicamente?
One at a time. One and two.
Can you clarify just the, if you can, ages and genders of the students? And then it sounded like from the teacher that one was on his way to school, but then the other was at the 27th and Whipple location. Can you just kind of walk through all of that just to clarify?
Yeah. So
In very simple terms.
So very simple terms, they're both juniors. I'm not going to disclose the age because I'm not going to put anyone in danger. But I tell you that they're juniors. I think that you heard from the teacher. These are kids there's kids that are trying to come back to school. Going to school is an act of courage. These kids were en route to school. They saw, as I saw, the horrific scenes when you see masked individuals coming for your neighbors. They were unfortunately detained. We know, and my office was witness of that. One of them had blood on his face when they were coming back. They released one of them. The other one was detained further. I understand just about an hour ago he was released. But by both the students here in the school, these are all local students. This incident happened in Little Village, part of the same neighborhood, part of the same ward. And I tell you that when you see as a father, I'm not speaking about as an alderman, but as a father, what father is going or parent is going to allow this to happen? These kids were protesting like many of us were there. There were many members of the community. These kids were harmed. They're already being traumatized, and their father now being brutalized by a Gestapo agency that is defying court orders. What they did is completely illegal.
I'm sorry.
Wait, pause there. Pause there. We'll have one here.
¿Hablaron con los estudiantes? ¿Se pudieron comunicar con ellos? ¿Ya sabemos cómo están emocionalmente y físicamente?
Sí, los administradores, los de CPS ya han tenido contacto directo con las familias. Obviamente esta es una escena que no se le desea a nadie, es traumático, es deshumanizador, que estudiantes en camino a escuela terminan siendo no solo atacados, arrestados siendo ciudadanos de Estados Unidos. No hay ninguna razón, por eso han sido liberados inmediatamente. Pero el trauma que están causando en las familias, en los estudiantes, todo el día de hoy hemos visto en las páginas, en las redes sociales, estudiantes totalmente asustados. Ya de por sí era difícil llegar a la escuela, ahora se vuelve una tarea titánica porque hay que pasar por los racistas mercenarios antes de poder llegar al trabajo o a la escuela.
What did he say?
Okay.
2 students or 4 students? How many water students?
Yeah, so there were 2 students that one of them was detained, another one was attacked. There were 4 students. All the students, again, have been released. All the 3 students came back. One of them was withhold. I understand the students are not well. We're going to check on their physical, and then we also we don't discard legal action. So they're also talking about the illegality of attacking minors. This is outrageous. This is a shame. It should never be normalized. So the students, there were 4 students who went from Juarez. 3 students came back. One of them never came back. One of them was attacked. So 2 of them, actually, one of them just got released.
Can you clarify where this happened?
One and then 2.
Were they on their way to school or were they protesting?
Yes, they were on the. I was on the way to work. These students were on the way to school.
By the discount mall?
By the discount mall. When you see what you saw, that there was a convoy of people and multiple masked individuals that were there. The students, I'm assuming, en route to school, they protested just like I did. And like I said, if they're going to come for students for that, they're going to have to come for all of us, because we all were protesting the shameful actions that we saw.
When you say protest, like rapid response?
Rapid response, yes, I'm sure.
They're confused.
Yeah, rapid response. So I'm sure you see with rapid response, you get notifications when something is happening. Many of us got a notification. I'm assuming the students saw it. They stopped by and they were attacked.
And who's the security guard you're
giving
referring
tickets
to?
out here if anyone's parked here, right here on the side of the street. Sorry about that. Continue with
One
more
and then-
questions.
Sorry, someone else. Sure.
We have one back here. Did you get your question, sir?
Who's the security guard? Who is he with? Is he with the school?
So yeah, so in the discount, so the security guard that was arrested was from the discount mall.
Thank you.
So that is the security guard was at the discount mall.
Do you know about what time this all?
This happened around between 10 and 10:30 a.m.
Last question. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I'm so sorry. For the teachers, are you guys asking maybe that CPS? I know it was a topic today at the board meeting. that the CPS moves to online learning for students while we're going through this.
Yeah, that has been an ask of CPS to move to online learning, to provide or expand the virtual academy that we started under the pandemic, under COVID. Our school has really done an amazing job with our teachers putting everything online for students who are fearing for their safety and are unable to come to school. So I commend our staff and our administrators for getting ahead of the game, but we want CPS to do it for all schools. We don't want one school to receive like resources and have things or have the ability to do these things. We want all CPS schools to have those resources, and we want CPS to step up and really meet this moment like our school is doing.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Confirm the timing of the video that was taken of yeah, we can sidebar. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, we can do it on the side. Okay.
Thank you, everyone. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Yes, my office has some.
Thank you. Hey Leo, Stephen. The front is over. I'm going to come down. I've got